The Zephyrian High Council had observed countless species across the galaxy. With their advanced neural architecture and predatory instincts honed over millennia, they considered themselves the apex of evolutionary development. Their crystalline forms could shift between matter states at will, their minds could process information at quantum speeds, and their hunting prowess was legendary among the civilized worlds. So when they intercepted the human colony ship New Horizon drifting through the Kepler expanse, they saw nothing more than another primitive species to catalog and test. The ship had suffered catastrophic engine failure, leaving its 300 passengers stranded in the void. The Zephyrians decided this would be an excellent opportunity to study human responses under extreme duress. They selected their test subject carefully, a human child approximately 12 years old according to their scans. Small, physically weak, with no apparent defensive capabilities. The perfect specimen to demonstrate human fragility. 8-year-old Emma Chen had been playing in the ship's hydroponics bay when the strange crystalline beings materialized around her. She didn't scream or run like the Zephyrians expected. Instead, she tilted her head and asked, "Are you here to help us?" Senior Huntmaster Vexon found the question amusing. "We are here to understand your species, small creature. You will participate in our evaluation." Emma was transported to their testing facility, a sterile maze designed to push subjects beyond their breaking point. The Zephyrians had used it to study hundreds of species, and the results were always the same: panic, desperation, eventual psychological collapse. They released Emma into the maze and activated the monitoring systems. The first challenge was simple navigation through shifting corridors while being pursued by mechanical predators. Most species would run blindly, exhaust themselves, and succumb to terror. Emma did something unexpected. She stopped running after the first corridor and pressed herself against the wall, listening. When the mechanical predator rounded the corner, she was ready. Using her small size to her advantage, she slipped beneath the construct and examined its undersides as it passed overhead. "Interesting," observed junior researcher Kethmore. "The specimen is studying our hunting constructs." For the next hour, Emma systematically disabled 3 mechanical predators using nothing but her understanding of their movement patterns and her ability to fit into spaces they couldn't access. She turned their own weight against them, causing them to fall into pit traps meant for her. The Zephyrians increased the difficulty. They introduced psychological warfare, holograms of her family in distress, audio recordings of screams from the colony ship, threats of their deaths if she didn't move fast enough. Emma sat down in the center of the maze and closed her eyes. "Why has the specimen stopped moving?" Vexon demanded. "Analyzing neural patterns," Kethmore replied, his excitement growing. "Huntmaster, this is unprecedented. The human child is not experiencing fear. She's thinking." When Emma opened her eyes, she looked directly at the hidden cameras. "I know you can hear me," she said calmly. "You're trying to scare me, but my mom taught me something important. She said that when bad things happen, the scared part of your brain wants to take over, but the smart part of your brain can still work if you let it." She stood up and began walking purposefully through the maze, but not toward the exit. Instead, she moved toward the control systems she had identified by observing the mechanical predator's response patterns. "Impossible," Vexon hissed. "She cannot perceive our control interfaces." But Emma wasn't looking for their technology. She was looking for something else entirely. In the wall panels, she found maintenance access ports. Her small hands could reach where adult fingers couldn't. Years of helping her engineer father had taught her to recognize power coupling systems, even alien ones. The first system she touched sent feedback through the entire facility. Lights flickered. The mechanical predators stopped functioning. "She's disrupting our neural network." Kethmore's crystalline form flashed with alarm colors. "A primitive child is hacking our quantum-based systems." Emma wasn't hacking anything. She was doing something the Zephyrians, for all their advanced evolution, had never learned to do effectively. She was improvising. Each system she touched taught her something new about their technology. She was learning, adapting, growing more, dangerous with every passing moment. When she reached the central control chamber, the Zephyrians were waiting for her. Vexon towered over the small human. his form shifting to its most intimidating configuration. "Enough," he roared. "You will submit to our testing, or your family will suffer." Emma looked up at the massive predator and said something that would haunt the Zephyrian consciousness for generations to come. "You hurt people who can't fight back because you're afraid of people who can." The words hit the Zephyrian psyche like a quantum pulse. In their million years of evolution, no prey species had ever called them afraid. The concept was so alien, so fundamentally contrary to their self-image, that it created a cascade failure in their neural networks. But Emma wasn't finished. "You picked me because you thought I was weak. But humans aren't weak because we're small or young. We're strong because we help each other. And right now, while you're playing your games, 300 people on that ship are working together to fix our engines." As if summoned by her words, the New Horizon appeared outside the facility's viewports, engines blazing with renewed life. The adult humans had indeed worked together, sharing knowledge and resources, accomplishing in hours what should have taken days. The Zephyrians' testing facility was boarded by human engineers, teachers, doctors, and parents. They came not with weapons of war, but with tools of creation. They dismantled the maze not through destruction, but by understanding its purpose and choosing to build something better. Emma's father found her first, scooping her into his arms. "Are you okay, sweetheart?" "I'm fine, Dad," she said, then looked back at the trembling Zephyrians. "I think they learned more about humans than they expected." Vexon would later write in his report to the High Council, "Recommendation: immediate cessation of human observation protocols. This species represents a fundamental paradigm shift in our understanding of evolutionary strength. They do not merely survive. They transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Their young demonstrate problem-solving capabilities that exceed our testing parameters. Most disturbing of all, they seem to genuinely care for each other's welfare above their own survival." The report concluded with a warning that would reshape Zephyrian policy for centuries. The humans are not prey. They are not predators. They are something far more dangerous. They are gardeners. They take broken things and make them grow. The New Horizon departed the next day, carrying its passengers toward their new home. In the ship's educational wing, Emma Chen continued her studies, unaware that she had just redefined the galaxy's understanding of what it truly meant to be strong. The Zephyrians never tested humans again. They were still trying to understand what the child had taught them about the difference between power and strength, between hunting and growing, between surviving and thriving. Some lessons, they were learning, took longer to recover from than others.